Sports. It's in the game.
There's no doubt about it now. This guy has to be in the All-Madden team.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Ford Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll try the air now with Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, Locke. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Locke off a play action. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Giants are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point try, good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart, passed by.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the U.S. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
Goff. He's got it to Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
And he's got some space here.
And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Two yards still to go, 3rd down now. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Gibbs straight ahead. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And a solid run down inside the 30. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Gibbs. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Final play of the half. Prescott forced out to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 2-touchdown game. 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run again with Dowdle. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. From the 46, here's second down and 5. Prescott off play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. But right away, they'll change the look. O'Connell to throw right away. Open man is Myers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now O'Connell. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Myers in motion right. They will run for the first time here with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And they go play action here with O'Connell. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
O'Connell from the gun on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They'll go for it. O'Connell. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rico Dowdle, 51 yards. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in Vegas. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The slot man in motion right.
O'Connell to throw on second down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Inside the 20.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the point after.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground with White. And it'll be a minimum pickup here. As it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. Flushed out right. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. O'Connell here on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Buying time to his left.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Now 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense.
Under pressure, they got him again. Malcolm Kuntz, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Back to throw, O'Connell. It's Myers again with another catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers, 31 yards. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and long for Prescott. Being chased out left. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 22. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. O'Connell on 1st and 10. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Here's O'Connell. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
To throw here, O'Connell. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
To the air again with O'Connell.
On the left side, a catch by White.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
First down throw, O'Connell.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowers. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Now it's O'Connell. That's to Marshall on a quick slant.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
On 1st and 10, it's O'Connell.
He completes it right side to White. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Here's O'Connell. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
White will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
We're getting set up for what should be a great 4th quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counter-punched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive. A touchdown run here late in the 3rd quarter.
They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rico Dowdle. His EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. And off we go from Las Vegas. Already here, they'll audible to something else. First carry of the game for Zamir White. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
O'Connell working from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Throwing on 1st down, O'Connell. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And O'Connell now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
2nd and 10. O'Connell looking to throw yet again. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
O'Connell looking to throw on first. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Dorrance Armstrong. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That's caught by Tucker. Touchdown! Trey Tucker, 27 yards. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Daniels now on 1st and 10. As they've got... Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Robinson up the middle. Stopped by Jacorian Bennett.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Daniels going to throw for it. That is caught, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Quick slant to Brown. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They'll run for it with Robinson. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Jacorian Bennett has it, and the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here comes Marshall in motion right. Throwing, O'Connell. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the shotgun, O'Connell. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Daniels. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On second down, it's Daniels. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. To the air goes Daniels. And the Raiders have got it. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's not able to get away. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us Washington, D.C. Here's Austin Seibert now to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They'll send a receiver in motion left. O'Connell going straight to the air. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Man coverage to start the game, and I expect we'll see a good amount of that. They trust their secondary to hold down the fort and let their pass rushers get home. And that's a good job right on play one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now O'Connell. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers, 75 yards. And the Raiders need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play action, now it's Daniels. He's got him in, complete. Big yardage that time for Washington, and even 40 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Daniels now to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
And this one's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Daniels looking to throw. And down he goes. Brought